Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. It is Vlogmas Day 2 and it's as well episode 356. So we have a whole month long of Vlogmas videos going on until the 25th of December. So yesterday was the first one. If you missed it, you can click the link right here, but I will also put a playlist at the end of the video as well. Make sure you stop back every day because I am opening fiber every day. This is a advent calendar that Yoka Schurman-Nagel, who also has a YouTube channel, she made this. We exchanged advent calendars a few years ago, and she did such a wonderful job on these. I'll show you the one for today. Here is two. Each of these, she knows I love lighthouses. This almost reminds me of the Peace Memorial in Gettysburg. Looks very similar to that, just a little bit narrower, but otherwise it looks very, very similar to this. But she sent this to me, and she did such a neat job on this that I have saved the advent calendar and I reuse it every year. So that one is in fiber, and then this bag, which is from Susie Pop's Creations, and she has something in the show and tell today. She also has an Etsy shop called Susie Pop's Creation if you want to check it out. She does a lot of crocheting, but she made me this drawstring bag as well. And so in this, I have a bunch of mini skeins that I will be drawing out of each day. But first, let's get to my finished objects, because I have several, yes, you heard several finished objects this week. The first one, it fell on the floor, is my winter coat, which is not something I made, but this winter coat, it's all wool. I got it at a thrift store. It's like brand new. Got it at a thrift store last year for $6, but the sleeves were too short. And in the course of us going shopping with some of the ladies at church, which we do every year in November, we all go on a shopping spree, and I was talking about the coat and how the sleeves were too short. I jokingly called them my fashion consultants. They were like, well, Katrina, you crochet, and you knit. Why don't you make little fur sleeves and stick on it? And it just never even occurred to me to do that, which is really funny because I've done that before on other coats. It just, for some reason, totally, I didn't think about it. But I did that. So these now have faux fur sleeves, and this made the sleeves about 3 inches longer than what they were, so they should be perfectly fine. Here's the other one. And this fur is so soft. I got it from Temu, and it actually feels like rabbit fur. I mean, it's not. It is fake. It is fake fur. Do I have any sitting around? I do not have any sitting around. It's kind of a no-name brand, too. There's no yardage on it, nothing. But it is very decent yarn, and it has a nice, like the strand of string that they usually hook the faux fur or the eyelash fur to. This is actually a thick, like almost an 1/8 of an inch thick with the faux fur attached. So it's nice and solid too, so it's making a nice dense sleeve. Yeah, so it's nice quality. I was really surprised. I didn't know what to expect. So that is project number 1 that I finished. Project number 2 is sort of a semi-finished, but I have finished the back of the scrappy cardigan. So let me hold it up for you. This is the back of it. So here's a sleeve, and then it comes across. Here's the other sleeve, and here is the length of it. Now I might have to adjust this more once I get get the fronts done, just to make sure that size-wise it all fits, but it seems to so far. So this is the back. So I have finished the back, and I wove all the ends in, which was like one evening in and of itself. So you can see all of my ends are wove in too. Kind of looked like it was growing a beard, otherwise I had so many ends to weave in. Took me a couple hours. But this is all done in merino wool, so it's really, really soft. So that's my other project. And then I finished my first pair of mittens. Now I have made fingerless gloves before, fingerless mitts, but I've never made mittens before. So this is a pattern by Sarah Oliver. She does have, did I bring the pattern in? I did not. The name of the pattern is Marilyn Fingerless Mitts, and it is by Sarah Oliver, and she is one of our viewers here. She used to have her own channel as well. And so these were made as fingerless mitts, but I had a lot of yarn left. In fact, even after doing the mitts, I still have a good bit of yarn left. And this is a nice tonal. I'll hold it up like this so you can see it. It is a nice tonal red. There you can see it. It's not a cherry red. It's more of a ruby or garnet color of red. So I used her basic pattern, and then I just made the thumbs longer and sewed them shut. And I narrowed down, tapered down the fingers. Yeah, those things. Tapered those down. And these gloves fit me better than any gloves I have ever owned. So here they are. They're very warm because this is Malabrigo and it is 100% superwash merino. Very soft. And this will match the scarf that I have in it. So actually they feel so good I don't want to take them off, but it's a little hard to do the video with these on my hands. So anyway, we have those for finished objects. So that is the finished objects. Now what do I have left? The only works in progress that I have, oh, I found some of the faux fur. How about that? I found some of the faux fur. I didn't find the one that has the label on it. I think I have one left, maybe? Maybe none left. Maybe this might be all that's left. But let's see if I can get it to focus on. Okay, the dark here is fuzz, but it also is the band that it is all hooked to. So, yeah, I don't know how well that's going to come out, but that's what the fur looked like. So, what am I working on for my works in progress right now? Well, I just finished the sleeves yesterday. So, and there will be a tutorial on that. One of the videos during Vlogmas will be a tutorial on how to attach sleeves, because I didn't sew them separate and put them on. I attached them. I actually, well, I don't want to tell you the technique, but I will show you in one of the Vlogmas days. There will be the tutorial for how I did those. So this is the only work in progress I've got going on right now, and that is the front of the cardigan. So we have this square and this one. This is one I dyed. The others are, this is hedgehog fibers, and the others are from mini skeins that I have had over the years. I've still got quite the scrappy bag. I didn't bring it in, but I've got a bag with a bunch of mini skeins in there. So been picking my way through that. So I'm not sure what my next crochet project is going to be. You'll have to stick around for next Saturday to find out what I figured out what I want to make. I certainly have plenty of yarn and projects. I just haven't narrowed it down to what I want to work on right now. So that's what I've been working on this week. What have you all been working on? Now, if you would like to participate in our show and tell, you are more than welcome to. We all love to see each other's projects. All you need to do is send me a picture of your project, and it does not need to be one that you just finished or that, you know, that it could be anything. It can be like something you made years ago, but you think it's show worthy and you'd like to show it off. You can send a picture of it to my YouTube, or you can send a picture of it to my Facebook page, which is Katrina Knits, and just tell me a little bit about the pattern when you post it on my timeline or my page, whatever you want to call it. When you post it over there, tell me a little bit about it, what the name of the pattern is, you know, what kind of yarn you used, whatever you want to tell me about it. You can also message me over on Facebook also at Katrina Knits, or you can send me a picture and contact me through my email address, which is KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com. And then I will include you in the next week's show and tell. So if you'd like to share, we'd love to watch. So that being done, let's get to the fiber content of this. So we will start with the fiber itself. So again, we have day 2, and I was sharing that this looks like the lighthouse. It's not a lighthouse in it's not a lighthouse here in Gettysburg, but it is built very similar to this. It's out of brick or limestone or something. It's tall. And then where this is a lighthouse at the top in Gettysburg, it's like an eternal flame. So it's the Peace Memorial, because if you're not aware, Gettysburg, one of the largest battles, or the largest battle, it was the turning point of the American Civil War, took place here in Gettysburg, which is where I live. So the fiber of the day, it's kind of mousy brown, it looks like. Well, that's exciting, but we'll see. Yeah, it's kind of a mousy, oh, it's not brown. Sometimes it fools you with them in the plastic. It's actually, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on the camera, it's kind of a mauve. It looks tan, like a tannish mousy brown, but it's not. It's a real light purple. It's kind of a purpley gray, so I would say it's like a mauve. But it's not going to photograph really well, but it's, I don't know if it helps if I put white behind it, if you can see, or not. Not really. You'll have to take my word on it. It is a definite purple. Maybe it shows up better from a distance. You can see it's more of a purple. But yeah, in the bag it looked like it was just a mousy brown. But it is definitely a purple. So that is day 2 of the fiber. Now we will open this and see what I get for a mini skein today. Oh, pretty. It's a definite Christmas green, and it's tonal. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, the camera doesn't want to focus. It's trying. There we, well, let's see if I can get it to do it better. There we go. I had to adjust the angle of the camera. There's a light up above me and behind back here, and it was causing it to not want to focus. So yeah, a pretty green. So that is today's. So we have that now to work on. So now it's time for, now in our Come and Get It section, I'm getting my cheat sheet out because there's several sales going on this week. So the first sale, Mary Maxim. Mary Maxim is offering 25% off of all of their kits. So that is Mary Maxim. Let's see. Yeah, that's all. Mary Maxim. Okay. I jumped ahead a little bit. I missed the Dollar Tree, which I don't normally talk about all that much, but I have bought yarn from the Dollar Tree, and if you go in the store, there's not that much yarn. Some stores don't have any yarn. Some stores only have a few skeins here and there. But if you go online to dollartree.com, and there is a link to all of these sales down below in the description box. If you go to the link down below, I will set it up so you go right directly over to the yarn section. They actually have a crafting section online. Now, there is a little catch with it, just so you are aware. All of the items that they show are $1.25 a piece, but it is $1.25 per skein, and you do need to buy a case of them, and a case could be 12, 48, or 24. I think that's the ones I saw. The majority of them are 24 or 12. The majority of them are 12. They actually had some, it's Premier yarns. It's like they're just worsted, or they're just acrylic, or they're just, you know, it's the just line where they say just cotton, just, yeah, it's that line of Premier cotton or Premier yarns. I actually saw some tweed over there that looked really nice, and you had to buy 12 skeins. Well, 12 skeins is enough for a sweater. I think they were 106, maybe 106 or more yards per skein. That's a sweater. If you buy 12 of them and at $1.25 a piece, you know, you're talking under $30 for a handmade sweater that you could, well, you could buy the yarn and then hand make the sweater. But yeah, so now if you're crocheting, it would take more than just 12 skeins depending on the yardage. But if you're knitting, 1200 can get you a sweater. So anyway, that is over at Dollar Tree. But what they are doing right now, and it only runs until the 9th of December, is you can get 50% off of the shipping cost, which with the shipping costs as high as they are right now, that's quite the savings. So you do need to use a coupon code to get the discount, and it is Festive23. So you do that at your checkout, and you can get 50% off of your shipping cost. So that is Dollar Tree. Knit Picks, their yarn of the month is their Knit Picks palette, and it's 20% off. I use Knit Picks palette like crazy, I'll be honest. I don't know, trying to think if I have some. Knit Picks palette, this, I think, not positive, this might be Knit Picks. This might be palette yarn. I have a lot of Knit Picks palette. It is 100% Peruvian wool. It is a fingering weight. It's decent yarn. It's not like soft, but it's not like what they call rustic, yeah, rustic, which is just a nice way of saying scratchy. So I would not call it scratchy yarn. Don't expect it to feel like, you know, alpaca or superwash merino wool, but it is decent yarn. So they're Knit Picks palette yarns, and they come in like over 100 different shades. They're very nice, and they're a sturdy workhorse type of yarn. In other words, if you make a mistake and have to rip them out, that yarn's going to hold up. Sometimes yarn is very hard to take apart. I've used a lot of the Knit Picks when I've done test knits for different patterns of mine, because I knew I'd be ripping them in and out, and it holds up really well. So that is Knit Picks palette. It's 20% off, which is a good deal on it. And there's quite a bit of yardage per little ball of yarn too. There's a good amount of yardage. I forget the exact, I think it's over 200 and some yards per 50-gram ball, I believe. I think that's what it is. I keep thinking 231 sticks in my head. I could be wrong, but anyway, I know that it's over 200 yards per 50-gram ball. So yeah, so anyway, there's that sale. Plus with Knit Picks, if you spend over $100, you can get a free magnetic chart keeper. Now I have one of them. They're very nice. I should have dug it out when I was doing the fingerless gloves, because they're really neat. They fold up like a little book, like a folder. They even have a snap on them. You open them up and they will stand like this, and this whole section is magnetic. And then they give you magnetic strips. So you put your pattern over top of it like this. You clamp it down with the magnets, and then it has long magnets that you put along the chart or along the line that you're working on, so that you can keep your place as you're moving down the pattern. They are very, very nice. And I think the one I bought, I paid $15 or $20 for. So I mean, it's a good deal if you're going to spend $100. You can get an item that's close to $20. I think last I looked, it was around $20. I don't know how much it is now. But you do need to use a coupon code in order to get that. It's called a keeper chart. You need, the coupon code is KPChart23. So again, that is Knit Picks. The palette yarn's 20% off. And if you spend over $100 on any of their things, you can get the free keeper, magnetic keeper chart included with that coupon code. So the last one is Lion Brand, and they are running 30% off of their yarning kits. That's their norm. They run that discount a lot. But anyway, that's what they're running right now. So those are the sales that I know about. If you are a subscriber, if I run across other sales, I do post short little videos when I come across them and let you all know. When any of my videos that are yellow with black writing, you don't see me in them. They're just short, like a half a minute long. They're literally like usually 23, 25 seconds long, but they will tell you where you can find a yarn sale, and the link to that sale is in the description box of that video. So keep on the lookout for those if you want to run across any good deals. So that is it for day 2 of Vlogmas. Make sure you stay tuned every day this next month up till the 25th to have an unboxing every day of mini skeins and fiber. So I will see you again tomorrow. Bye everybody.